1st of October 2023. This is another what a fuck moment, and in this moment I want to talk about the chaos that is busy erupting in ordinary people's lives around the West. Yes, and I'm referring to the West because that is where our problem lies. Before I go on to that, I need you to listen to what this guy is saying.
The most terrifying force of death comes from the hands of men who just wanted to be left alone. They try so very hard to mind their own business and provide for themselves and those they love. They resist every impulse to fight back, knowing the forced and permanent change of life that will come from it. They know that the moment they fight back, their lives as they have lived them are over. The moment that the men who wanted to be left alone are forced to fight back, it's a form of suicide. They are literally killing off who they used to be. Which is why, when forced to take up violence, these men who wanted to be left alone fight with unholy vengeance against those who murdered their former lives. They fight with raw hate and a drive that cannot be fathomed by those who are merely play acting at politics and terror. True terror will arrive at these people's door, and they will cry, scream, and beg for mercy, but will fall upon the deaf ears of the men who just wanted to be left alone.
Now, what he is saying is something that I have talked about many times, and that is how I've seen life. That is also the reason why I actually hate the political gang, tribe, whatever you want to call them. Politicians, a race that is developed right under our noses. And they are responsible for 99% of the turbulence and turmoil in our lives. Because those things, yes, they are things, they have zero tribal loyalties. Zero. They are there for the money and the power. They don't have a mission or a vision. They only focus on the next election. And that is a major problem. And that is why I am convinced that the only way normal people can get out of the grip of those mongrels is to go back to tribal level. Now, don't fool yourself for 1 minute. Triple X and their gang will not give up without a fight. They will not. So it will be ordinary men that will have to fight to get out from that basically satanic grip around our throats. None of these cretins that are running the show has ever been elected. They grabbed power. And that is it. And I remember there in the 70s, there was a TV show, Dallas, and the patriarch was Jock Ewing, and his firstborn JR was running the show. But that JR was an evil fucker. And the good guy was the younger brother Bobby. And then at a stage, the old man decided that he is going to dethrone JR and put Bobby in charge. And then Bobby came to the old man and said, "Dad, you must give me the power." And I can remember it so well. He looked at him and he said to him, "I cannot give you power. You have to take power." And this is where we are today. We will have to take power. And it's not going to be without pain. Because what we are going to have to fight is a monster. But it will be up to ordinary people. And tribal bonds is what will dictate the outcome of it. The tribes that stick together will survive. They are the only ones that will survive. I feel sorry for this cosmopolitan grouping in the center that is cultureless and tribeless and basically senseless as far as I'm concerned. But they will be, as the newcons there in the shithouse in Washington say so frequently, they will be collateral damage. I feel sorry for them, but they have placed themselves in that group that will be the collateral damage. And you can see things happening in Europe. Now this most recent election of the weekend, it seems like the people with sanity is going to take that election. That will give Viktor Orban an ally. And that's going to make a difference. Change starts usually with one incident. In America, we are seeing horrific scenes of looting in some of the American cities, and I look at those images and I cannot understand how the hell did that happen. But it happened because the liberals changed the laws to make it possible for things like that to happen. And I believe that we are not far away from a revolt in America. The ordinary people, the men who just wanted to be left alone, is going to wake up one morning and say, now we've had enough. The problem for the liberals, the triple X cretins, is that once these men that only wanted to be left alone, when they turn to violence, they are merciless and they are brutal, because they know that at that moment that he picks up his weapon, his life that he wanted is over. And he will fight with everything he has. My own grandfather, he took a lot of shit from the British, and then one morning he just saddled his horse, took his gun, and told my grandma, now the British has gone too far. And that was it. And that is how I see the future unfold. I see ordinary men that just wanted to be left alone is going to saddle up and sort this shit out. And when that happens, it is going to be brutal. And if you are not connected and part of your tribe, you are going to be in deep trouble. You will most probably not survive. I know this is not a positive or inspiring message, but these are the facts. The liberals has gone too far. Please give me a like and subscribe and share the thing. Thank you for your support.